Oh no, not again. Are you tired of making mistakes in English? Do you feel frustrated when you speak and you suddenly blank out and can't recall even one word in English? If yes, this video is for you. Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to learn these 25 must-know phrases. Let's get started. For example, John says, "I'm going to Paris." And you say, "That sounds great." The mall has recently been renovated. Wow, that sounds great. I would love to go there and check it out. By the way, renovated means to make something look newer and nicer. You can also say that looks great instead of that sounds great. For example, your friend asks, "What did you do on your summer vacation?" For example, if you're trying to quit smoking, you want to get rid of this bad habit. Or if there's a stain on your carpet, you need to find a way to get rid of it. You say, "Oh, I went to Greece." What about you? Then your friend says, "Actually, that reminds me." For example, you may be fed up with your dog barking all the time, or you may be fed up with your roommate not doing any chores around the house. I also visited Greece last year. I had an amazing time there. This phrase is used to express surprise about something somebody has just told you. For example, if you live in the same city as your friend, you can say, "I'm going to drop by tomorrow and see how you're doing." Or if you're visiting a city and you want to meet an old friend, you can say, "I'm going to drop by and see him." For example, your co-worker tells you he just bought a brand new car. You can reply, "You don't say." Or if your friend tells you she just won $1 million in the lottery, you can reply, "Wow, you don't say." Or your professor says, "Can you read this paragraph and summarize it for me?" And you start reading the paragraph. For example, "I'm really looking forward to seeing you again." For example, "I can't stand people who are always late." For example, "I couldn't figure out why the TV wasn't working, but then I realized I hadn't plugged it in." For example, "Not only is this dress beautiful, but also it's very comfortable." Or "Not only do I like swimming, but also I enjoy playing tennis." For example, "I'm not going to put up with his bad behavior anymore." For example, "Do you get along with your brother?" Or "I get along with my boss." "We work well together." Or "Are you going to put up with being treated like this?" Or "Can you help me figure out the best way to get to the airport?" For example, "All in all, the food was good, but the service was terrible." I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. See you next time. Or "I think he's a good student." All in all. For example, "My sister looks after our mother when she's ill." Or "I can't go to that party. I have to look after my sick dog." Or "I can't stand the smell of this perfume." For example, "Let's try out that new restaurant." Or "Before buying this phone, I want to try it out and make sure it's the right one for me." For example, "The speed limit in the city is 30 miles per hour. Let's slow down." Or generally to go at a slower pace. For example, "It's getting dark. Let's slow down and take our time." For example, your boss asks you to look into the problem with the new software. Or if you're planning a trip to a foreign country, you may look into different ways to get a visa. For example, if you've been looking for a job for several months with no luck, you may give up and decide to go back to school. Or "I'm looking forward to trying that new restaurant." First, it means to find the solution to a problem or a question. For example, "We were waiting for the bus for over an hour, and then it turned up." Or "He was supposed to be here 10 minutes ago. Where did he turn up?" For example, how did you fix that broken vase? Oh, I worked it out. Or to exercise and keep physically fit. For example, I go to the gym 3 times a week and work out. After a few seconds, you look up and say, "Oh, sorry, that reminds me. I have a meeting in 10 minutes. Can I come back to this later?" In this video, I am going to share with you 25 must-know phrases that will help you to transform your English and say it right. No, 1, that sounds great. We generally use this phrase when somebody shares their plan or something exciting with us. Number 2, have a good one. This is an informal phrase used at the end of a call to wish someone well. For example, is this dress worth $100? Yes, it is. This means that the dress is as valuable as $100. Or you may say, the food here is worth the money. That means the food is as good as you expected and the price is okay. For example, if your friend calls you up and asks, "Hey, how are you doing?" For example, learning a new language takes a lot of time. On the other hand, it's also very rewarding. Or reading is important. On the other hand, watching documentaries is also important. For example, if you're planning to wear a certain dress to a party, you can ask your mom or your best friend, "What do you think?" And if you want to be more polite, you can say, "What do you think? Do you like this dress?" Or let's say you're trying to decide between 2 different job offers. You can ask a trusted friend, "What do you think?" You say, "Pretty good. How about you?" He says, "Oh, I'm just heading out for the day." And then you say, "All right, have a good one." Instead of saying "have a good one," you can also say "have a nice day," but "have a good one" is more casual and less formal. No, 3, hang on a second. We use this phrase to tell somebody to wait for us for a few seconds. For example, you're talking to your boss and your phone rings. In that case, you can say, "Sorry, hang on a second," and then answer your phone call. Or while you're cooking dinner, you need to answer the door. So you say to your guest, "Hang on a second, please." And then you answer the door. When you want to interrupt somebody and add something to what they're saying, you can also say, "Wait a second," which is more casual than "hang on a second." For example, she doesn't like pizza. Wait a second. She actually loves pizza. Number 4, what do you think? This is a phrase you can use to ask somebody's opinion about something. Number 5, that reminds me. We use this phrase to say that something we're talking about makes us remember something else. No. 6, to get rid of something. We use this phrase to mean to stop having or dealing with something. Number 7, to be fed up with something. This phrase means to be extremely annoyed by something or somebody. Number 8, it's worth. When you say something is worth something, you mean that it is as valuable as something else. Number 9, on the other hand. We use this phrase to introduce the opposite idea or the opposite opinion. Number 10, to look forward to doing something. This is a phrasal verb that means to eagerly want something to happen. Number 11, you don't say. 12, to drop by. This is a phrasal verb that means to come to visit somebody, usually without making an appointment. Number 13, to look into something. We use this phrasal verb to mean to investigate something or to examine something in detail. Number 14, to work out. This phrasal verb has 2 meanings. Number 15, to give up. We use this phrasal verb to mean to stop trying to do something. Number 16, to slow down. This phrasal verb means to drive at a slower speed. Number 17, to turn up. This is a phrasal verb that means to arrive, especially unexpectedly. Number 18, I can't stand. When you say you can't stand somebody or something, you mean that you intensely dislike that person or that thing. Number 19, to figure out. This phrasal verb means to discover or determine something. Number 20, not only, but also. This is a formal phrase used to add another fact or idea to what you've already said. Number 21, to look after somebody. This phrasal verb means to take care of somebody, usually when they are younger or more vulnerable than you. Number 22, to put up with. When you say you'll put up with something, you mean that you accept or tolerate it, usually something unpleasant. Number 23, to get along with. This phrasal verb means to have a friendly and good relationship with somebody. Number 24, to try out. This phrasal verb means to attempt to do something or to test the quality or the features of something. Number 25, all in all. This adverb means generally or overall. So friends, these were 25 must-know phrases that will help you to say it right.